The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. Y'all now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people, man.
Man, it's your boy Sly the Guy No Lie from the Unpleasant Thoughts podcast.
Shampoo, a.k.a. Big Shampoo from the same podcast.
Man, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all been working out here, man. I just want to say kudos to y'all.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? From the media standpoint and just seeing where y'all at, elevating and taking this thing too. So, like, how y'all feel today?
Man, I feel blessed, man.
Alright, man. You got Father's Day coming up, so ready to celebrate.
Nah, for sure. And
Salute.
salute to all the fathers out there too. Why you just brought that up? You know, like I said, they shouldn't be celebrated just one day, every single day. Because, like I said, once again, like me working with the youth and just seeing that, you know what I'm saying, like it's a beautiful thing. So I salute y'all both. You know what I'm saying, for doing what y'all do in fatherhood, man.
Appreciate it.
Sure. So, like, with the journey, like, how did this all start for y'all?
Well, I was with my man Ricky. He was saying we should do a podcast, so he was like, we're from C Pleasant, so he was like, how about Pleasant Thoughts? I was like, nah, that don't fit. I say, not with you, cuz. So we went Unpleasant Thoughts. Then from there, we by the second episode, we had Suge Midnight came through as a guest, never left type situation. Then pandemic hit. Then, you know, we kind of was falling off a little bit, so, you know, we had to sign a free agent, keep things afloat. And well, as you can see, it's only me and him now, so.
Yeah.
for sure. Like,
I got a max contract.
So you got a max contract. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not a Tobias joint, you good, man. But yeah, so like the value of the podcast though, like in the title itself, like what was the whole identity portion and all that?
Oh, because we interview based now, but like we started out, we was like a topic based podcast, and like I said, you know, some of the stuff that, especially Ricky, some of the stuff that came out, nigga mouth was unpleasant. So yeah, but we kind of transitioned. But the name is the name. So you know what I'm saying. You know, a lot of people come through, they think we're gonna ask them some crazy questions, but they just get like interested in what you do for real. So the name came from us being a topic-based joint. But then I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of just talking about relationships all the time. I don't know shit about them.
Yeah, it's either a relationship with like personal problems or problems you dealt with type shit.
I'm the wrong person to talk about relationships.
Appreciate the transparency. I look at it from that standpoint too. I feel like, you know, when it comes to like media and how people perceive things, it's like, all right, bet we can talk about X, Y, and Z. And what I can definitely say is y'all don't box yourselves in. Y'all had like multiple people come on y'all show, you know, from a clothing, you know, business to an artist or whoever just got a story. Y'all just let them, you know, y'all created that safe space for them. So
yeah, we done had like pole dancers, pole receptionists, pole dancers, wax receptionists, waxer, dog kennels. We had a plethora of people.
Young ladies sell life insurance.
Yeah, life insurance. That was one of my greatest ones because I was like, damn, I didn't know you could make that much off of life insurance.
Informing people, right?
It's also a necessary thing too, because you know a lot of people post them GoFundMe's when somebody die. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you got life insurance. That's not really something you have to do. Because a GoFundMe is a chance. There's no guarantee that people gonna donate to you.
Yeah, the GoFundMe journey. Yeah, for sure. So like, I guess the journey for y'all, when y'all knew that it was like real, like, okay, bet this, what we build in this platform, like what was that surreal moment where you was like, all right, bet, like we arrived?
For me,
looking back.
For me, it's like, you know what was real we was already doing it back in the day. So it's like, you know it was real, we was already doing it before it was called podcasting. You know what I'm saying? We was technically radio.
Right. It ain't radio on MySpace.
Yeah.
So
those was the days too.
And then we had the before FaceTime. So it was like we had the people on the screen with the camera
Me and him been doing this for a minute, so it's just kind of life been full circle for real, for real.
For sure. And then like growing up with the apps too, I'm like, yo, you just sat there and said, ooh, MySpace and all this is like, bro, like technology's been like constantly evolving. So for us to like see it and then adapt in that real time, I'm like, yeah, we the ones.
Yeah, we try to adapt because honestly, we didn't intend to become a interview-based joint. Yeah. We tried to start a segment for highlighting women with businesses.
Okay.
But none of them wanted to come through and talk about their business. They just wanted to come through and
talk about being a woman.
Yeah, talk about their titties and stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you know what I'm saying? So from there, we just like, all right, we're just gonna interview whoever want to. So, man, from there, we started going outside. That's where things really started to pick up. We started going outside. He do the photography. I do the videography. I put together a recap. And it's just like, you know, shit, once people start reaching out to us, like, I suppose like, oh, all right.
Yeah, that's when things kind of, you know, picked up. Like that's when things really, you know what I'm saying, people start seeing how work we was putting in and seeing how, like, oh, y'all got that person on, you got that person on. Or we had people on, but like, hey, check this person out.
Right.
Go holler at them. And we did that plenty of times.
Yeah, it's like a referral business. And like I said, like I know we've interviewed like-minded individuals, like people that came on this platform and came on y'all platform as well.
Yeah,
so it's
sure.
just like, yo, you know, it's just unity in the community. So like, how do y'all feel about the DMV and like just like networking in this space? Like, how's that been for y'all?
It's cool. I mean, I guess it all depends. I know it's kind of hard sometimes because like reaching out just via the internet, you might not get a response at all. But we done had people left us on red, but they see us out in the hoodie or whatever, or they see us talking to somebody else, and then they more approachable. So it's just like, it's more so of a who you know type thing. Well, I don't know you. I might be a little skeptical type situation, but I don't feel no type of way about it for real.
Like you were saying, like for that part of like reaching out to DMV, it's been great, to be honest with you, like, because I feel like we deal with a lot of people who probably don't get the recognition they deserve, and we give them the flowers they deserve now.
Facts.
Before you get bigger, you know what I'm saying? Before you hit your peak, or you know what I'm saying, before you get to rising up. Like, we had a couple of people in the podcast, you know what I'm saying, that we seen go up.
Yeah, they took off. I ain't not because of us, but just after us.
Right. I see how it is.
So it's like we was the people like, hey, look, if we was talent agency or, you know, A&Rs, we seen your talent before, you know what I'm saying, before it took off. And it's like, damn, to see the people that started, you know what I'm saying, that was trying to get their platform up, they take off, that's a real big up blessing, just from the whole DMV perspective, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, it's also inspiration too, because it's like, shit, they sat on his couch or my couch, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, niggas on TV or something.
Yeah, niggas on TV.
Nah, for
like
sure.
in real life though.
Nah, I think that's dope, and like I said, like you creating a safe space for them to be vulnerable with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know some people will be like, all right, bet, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna sit on the couch and just talk about my business or whatever it is, but you can actually also like get to know them as a person. And I feel like that's the biggest thing in media, and I want to say, like, I commend y'all, salute y'all, because y'all do a phenomenal job with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people look at it like, oh yeah, you know, I do X, Y, and Z, but it's like, how's your day-to-day though? And things like that. And like, I could personally say, like, when I was on, you know, as a guest, it was like, yo, I definitely picked my brain, and we was just
damn sure, we damn
flowing. You know what I'm saying?
People always say like, damn, how long has the interview been? Like an hour 30 minutes. People like, damn, an hour 30 minutes of talking. Like, yeah, you know, probably talk to your friend about shit.
We were just talking, we weren't really worried about the camera for real. That, you know, this thing, a lot of people in this area, like, if they do interviews, they go for like the biggest names. So some people don't get the chance to tell their stories for real. So I think they appreciate that. Like, all right, y'all actually care.
Yeah. I see the work people.
We heard some great stories on that joint too, from people that people might not even.
We heard stories. You say, hey, you can't put that story out. Gotta cut that story.
And now the ladies be having some of the craziest joints for real.
So I guess like with the space in which y'all doing now, right? Like, and just seeing everything, how y'all able to navigate, you know, like I said, just like being outside, and of course like the social media presence, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like every single, like if I'm on the gram, every single time y'all always working on somebody new, pushing something that, you know, you just put out, this, that, and the third. So like, how is being consistent for y'all been the key, and like what is the ingredient?
You named
to
it already,
I mean?
man. Consistency is key.
Yeah, but
like just being like staying in touch with people. You know what I mean? Like staying in touch with people we do, go to the events. You know what I'm saying? Even reference to people without them asking the reference to them people to be like, hey, look, here you go. This person right here is a pretty dope artist. This person right here is a dope artist. You can have them at a showcase. You can have them at a showcase. You know what I'm saying? Or release an interview and do it multiple times, not just one week when we promoting it, but you know the consistency of just putting it out again and again and again.
Nah, for sure.
And I say personally, I go to work. I do stuff I don't let her do. I know I ain't gonna get rich from these jobs, and I'm not getting personal satisfaction from them. So I look at this as a way out, and the only way for me to do it is stay consistent for real. Like I love doing it, so I want to be able to do what I love to do, but also providing other people with the opportunity for real. So that keep me going, cause I know it's possible. Like I said, we used to do this back in MySpace, but it's not something we stay with, cause you know, being realistic, you gotta go to school, go to work. Blah, blah,
Damn,
blah.
we was in school, wasn't we?
Yeah, we was in high school. Go to school, go to work, whatever. But times change. Like this is something that people do for a living sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. So you know, just I keep that in mind. Like you're not doing it for nothing.
Not for sure. And I think that, like I said, like just to build that early on, and you just telling yourself that each and every single day, like strives for you to go harder. And like I said, like every time I'm on the gram and I see it, I'm like, bro, there's another episode. There they go. They're them boys again. You know what I mean? Like because it's
Mama,
just
the boys at it again.
Yeah, it's like them, and then it's just them big. You know, y'all being consistent and just understanding that in a timely manner. So like building that and just like, all right, man, I'm putting it out. I don't really care who see it. You catch it. You don't. You don't. So I guess what really developed that mindset early for y'all, like, you know, like before the podcast or whatever like that, like in the early stages, like, is that how you carried yourself as a person? Or it's like, all right, bet, like, I'm gonna just do whatever I set my mind to? Or it was like, oh, I seen this, and now I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if I feel like if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. But the only way I'm gonna get the best results is put in the best effort for real. So ain't nobody really gonna give you nothing for real. Like, people recognize us because the same thing you might see, they might see it too. Like I said, I've been doing this Unpleasant Thoughts myself personally since 2019.
Okay.
Like I said, started with 2 other people. You know, they not here right now. All love to them, but it's not something that they were consistent in. But if I had to stop when they stopped, we wouldn't even be sitting here right now.
For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like he's saying, like about what he's saying, I started with him, but at the same time, when he came into the podcast thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll tell you my first episode was something else, but I remember my first episode was really the Valentine's Day episode.
Nah, you was on the episode before.
Yeah, I know, I was on episode 4, but like my first time just being me and him was just literally Valentine's Day episode, and we had a fucking like a successful drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, that's because I needed him. For real. I did.
he said he can't talk to himself, but like I pulled up on him that day, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we did it in the beginning, so it's like, all right, but this is already chemistry. It's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. Like, and ever since been there, it's like, man, I'm here. Like, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always the goal to me. Like, if we did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I call this shit MBE. You know what I'm saying? No budget entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, no budget. We do this ourselves. We fund ourselves. We do everything ourselves. We don't have no backing for it besides me and him having each other backs.
For sure. And I get that, and I want to salute you with that, because like, you know, sometimes it's hard when you in business or you doing anything like as a collective effort, right? For you to just be like, all right, bet, what you need, I got you, and just to come in and add the value, and then on top of that, like what I see is y'all like challenge each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's probably not.
He challenged me way more.
Yeah, like y'all challenge each other, right? Where it's like, all right, cool, like you in this space, all right, bet, like if I'm not on 100 today, I need you to be on 100, or like, hey, look, I'm on 50 or I'm on 40, I need you to carry it. So it's like, even with that, and I can see it in the dialogue and watching y'all content, just the accountability partner, like, can you talk about that and how important that is just to have in general in life? You know what
Man, I'm gonna go first, man. This man, he hold me accountable all the time. Like, if I ain't on my best day, man, he'll hit me like, hey, why ain't do this? Why ain't do that? Like, why ain't do this? I'm like, but to me, it's not like he's nagging me or anything. it just opened my eyes up to something bigger. Like, hey, you're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a man as a man. He's a man as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? He got his own personal life, I got my own personal life. But somebody that be like, hey, you're not doing it for this, what we working together for. You know what I'm saying? It's a partnership. So it's like, if I'm lacking in something, he bring it to my attention. Like, hey, you lacking in this, step it up a little bit. Step it up more. So that shit, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody open your eyes to something you're doing that you're not doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I fuck with him and love him so much. Like, cause he's like, man, get this picture page together. What you doing? I got like 7 shit in the draft. I'm still trying to work on the best captions in the world because I don't like to disappoint nobody. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, shit, I don't know. I feel like I said, man, I do this shit because I love it, but I can't lose, man. So I try to hold myself. I got my days though where I don't feel like doing nothing. Like I was supposed to be editing something. I ended up doing it like 2 hours before I posted this. I had a whole week, but you know, it just be like, I don't know, man. Like I say, I'm doing it for a reason. It's a bigger purpose, you know. This is bigger than me in my mind. So you know, that just keep me going for real. I feel like I can't slip. If I do, set a bad example. Like I got a kid, you know, look up to me or whatever. I got a kid that I'm doing it for, you know. So he ain't gotta go through what I went through growing up, for real. Cause like I say, I see a bigger picture with the whole thing. You know what I mean? I'm not to tell too much, but like I wanted to be bigger than just me and him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build a whole thing with it. But I don't want to say too much until we get the land.
Oh no, for sure, absolutely.
The foundation is already
The
set.
foundation being built. Nah, I agree with that 100%. Like, you know, like I said, and just being transparent and full throttle. Like I said, like, you know, I've known you for a long time, and like just seeing this
10 years plus.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, like to see this, it's like, bro, I ain't even imagine this. God put this on my heart. Like, boy, you better move. Like, go ahead. And it's just been paying off in tremendous ways and just meeting a lot of people. So I think, you know, from the ground up, for anybody that, you know, wants to like just learn about business or just starting something, like what are those, I guess, essential steps you would tell that person, you know, when it comes to like just handling business or, you know, pursuing your dream or your passion?
Shit, my thing is, I would say just don't give up, don't quit, don't stop.
Yeah, I say research. You know what I'm saying? Because every business starting it is different, but it's not necessarily one right way or one wrong way. Because all the podcasts that are popular and successful, none of them probably started the same way. So you just kind of, you know, gotta go with what works for you. Because everybody can't do interviews. Realistically, like, keep it 100. Like, I see a lot of people do interviews, do a couple, then we don't see no interviews from like the
next 3-4
months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that ain't everybody lane. So it don't, like I said, we didn't start off as this, but it worked though. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do what's right for you. Like, you would research, learn all the steps, but you can modify it to your personality or your liking or whatever.
We got to a point, we got 2 businesses. Hold on, next week. Hold on, the other week, because we got too many this week.
Nah, for sure. And like I said, y'all are always working. So like I said, I just want to say, like, y'all inspire me. You know what I'm saying? In the space and what it is, because it's like, bro, like I said, you said there was like, bro, how you do the motivational videos?
Yeah, that's just
every day.
That's
and it's like, fool, like, how you do that?
Yeah, that's
I'm like, how you do that?
You wake up every morning, put the camera in your face, ASAP, bow.
You might be feeling down yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
You lift up the next person. Though.
Right. And it's, like I said, it's bigger than yourself. So like, even with that was just like phase 1, right? And then it's like, I ain't bet the podcast, phase 2. And then it's like, phase 3 is like the community and building the community. So I appreciate y'all for like even, you know, like I said, pulling up like the basketball game. We had fun with that and just bringing people together. And that's what I think.
I dropped my shit that night, man. It's wow.
I ain't ran so much.
I dropped my shit that night. I'm telling you, wow. I came out of retirement.
That joke was lit, man.
getting assists.
No, he definitely was. No, he definitely was. And he had some clutch
First
steals.
10 points.
He had some clutch steals too. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely did.
I usually score, but you know.
Yeah.
But that's the podcast chemistry.
I played my role.
I said, my man not scoring. I usually assist. He assists on me.
Cool.
I got you. Wow.
Yeah, and the thing that's beautiful about that is, like, I would definitely want the DMV to come together more. You feel me on the notion of that? Because like I said, even with that, you know, seeing y'all at the DMV conference as well, and us just being able to be in the same spaces as amongst other creators, and like everybody just like we not in that mode where it's just like, all right, bet we just going like we going with a purpose now. So it's a beautiful thing to see as well. So how did y'all feel about that?
After that, we definitely interviewed a couple people there. People saw us there. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that we had interviewed previously. It was good. I feel like stuff like that needs to happen more often, realistically, because it was like all good vibes, good network and connection.
Yeah, also I say like the city ain't that big for you not to link up in the city
with somebody. Like
with somebody.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
like
know.
the city ain't that big. The DMV really ain't that big because we got the cut off parts from Maryland, got the cut off parts from Virginia.
Everybody probably
but
a
DC
couple
is
people away
yeah.
from real. We know somebody that knows somebody. It's just, I think everybody, like I said, everybody kind of guarded. Because people don't trust people.
Nah, for real.
It could be people intentions though. Like we were saying on the interview we just did, a lot of people, their intentions may not be the most pure. Like, all right, they offer you stuff, all right, for just like exposure and stuff like that.
Right.
With no intentions of taking it further. Or actually providing you for your services. Like I say, you do photography, I do videography, but exposure is cool. But everybody we done been around, we got around on our own.
Shit, I want to expose myself. I just go expose myself.
Like it's cool. Like it's cool if it makes sense, but not just to say I was around somebody if nothing came from it, nothing beneficial for real.
Right. And like I said, I mean, meeting people out there as well. I know we met, you know, familiar people, and, you know, I just want to say, like, shout outs to Black Pond Gang.
Oh, yeah, shout out to them.
They, you know, like I said, like, even the shirt that you see, like, you know, it's just support.
The finest, what they say, the finest garment.
Yeah, the finest garment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like presentation and everything of that nature, too. Like, it's more than clothes. It's like, you know, a lifestyle and things that people want to, you know, educate and inform people on.
He
So,
got
like I said,
he got a story when he handed you that box.
yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely different. So, like, how do y'all feel about the DMV now? And, like, moving forward, what are some things that you would like to see, especially, you know, the value that you guys are?
I could say when we first started, maybe because we wasn't connected in the circles. You know what I'm saying? As part of being, you know, in this part of, you know, inside the DMV like that. Because we were just doing our podcast and that. But when we got the interviews and things like that, when we started going outside, like they going outside, we outside. You know what I'm saying? We outside. You know what I'm saying? Being outside is a big thing. You know what I mean? It's being in the rooms where people are stepping in rooms in other realms where everybody's kind of just a neutral. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you're gonna meet somebody, meet them here. You know what I'm saying? You're not meeting on their home field. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to them. You just literally linking with the vibes, chilling, get to conversate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with, like, P Stew and stuff like that, like, that's a person that we've been in touch with for a long time, too, as well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unfortunately, we had an interview with him with no audio. That's why I never got released.
Yeah, but, like, that right there is big, too, because it's, like, people who have been in the game before I was even, you know, technically a jit, you know what I'm saying? And he been doing this from a while, so it's like, when you get around those people like that, it's like, your confidence, to me, my confidence goes up.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
like
I'm
you
saying?
belong there.
I belong here.
You belong. Yeah.
Nobody's
man, for sure.
shunning me. I never been shunned from any, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. Never
For
been,
sure.
hey, we don't fuck with y'all. Never heard them words, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I guess, unity always, because, like, somebody might need something that you can do, and you might need something that they can do, so y'all can't help each other. But another thing, people realize the DMV, like you said, is small. It ain't that big. So, like, just because you popular or big here, don't think you the biggest in the world to the point you gotta treat
You're not the
people.
biggest in the United States.
You gotta treat people differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot, like some people, you know what I mean? They feel like they made it. They made it to the top of this peak, but you know that mountain big as hell.
Yeah, I think to me it's like hood fame, you know, United States fame, you know, you just country fame, you know, you count, you know, countries and counties and shit.
Like
and you
even
got
when you
worldwide.
get big, man, even when you get big in the area, you can reach back for somebody.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
feel
Like that's how I
like-
look at it too. Like I realized that with the whole entire process. People be like, bro, you do X, Y, and Z. I never really try to get caught up on like the resume and what I've done, and I'm telling myself like, don't be impressed about like what you're doing, because it's like, yo, this is your calling. So once you walk into that purpose, it's like, I bet. But you see the next person that want to do something, like at least give them some advice or give them some game, or like let them know what's going on, provide the opportunity, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? You said provide the opportunity.
Yeah, I say shit.
Yeah.
People reach out to us. Anybody reach out to us, I never tell them no.
Yeah.
Like I met one of the coolest people we still in contact with now. My man David Lamont. He from he from out the side, but he stay out Fredericksburg. He put us on.
That's an hour ride, man. I don't know.
We hosted our first show, but like we just stayed in contact after the interview. You know what I'm saying? Because he had been watching, whatever. But it's not really a name that probably everybody here familiar with.
Right.
But that ain't stopped me from like, all right, come through, cause I don't know.
And to give a name that's familiar here is like Big Gilly. You know what I'm saying? Big Gilly, she been rocking with us for a minute and sent her people our way a couple times. You know what I mean? Like from that strength and offer us things. You know what I'm saying? We probably didn't follow through with, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Not because of her. Cause
a lot of people invite us out, but
that's dope.
Niggas be tired.
Yeah, niggas be old and shit. You know?
Yeah.
But I fuck with her to like the extent like she's like family to me now. Like no matter what, like because she always reached out, touched back basis from the first interview. And I'm glad I see her going up. And then she had Peanut Development on, was a good brother too. Like so, it's like, man, when she sent people our way, she sent them our way. So that's really dope to see people. Hey, we didn't forget about you, or we still fuck with y'all. This like that shit is amazing to me.
That's love. That's love. So, what's one thing you would have told your younger self?
Myself?
Yeah, like one thing you would have told your younger self.
Man, I don't know.
In regards to this,
Right.
Like in regards to just like life, I guess.
Life?
In regards to life, not the business, but like just life. Like one thing you would have told your younger self.
Oh boy.
All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know when my younger life started, man.
You do a lot of dumb shit, I tell you that. Just I guess the same way I try to look at it now, bro. It's like don't give up because you're gonna have a lot of stuff happen to you. But like at some point in life, I used to let it get me down more than, you know what I'm saying. Now I just look at it like I just expect bad shit gonna happen. But I was like, when something bad happens to you, you just gotta make something good happen, because
If life going life,
life going life if you let it. Like you could sit around in the house and stay in the house and do nothing, but something bad gonna happen around you. It may not be you, might be somebody. Like it just, so you gotta go out and make something good happen, regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just don't dwell on the negativity.
To me, it's like, boy, I'm glad you ain't get locked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, I'm glad you ain't in jail. You know what I'm saying? I had a kid. Like, cause I being a younger person, I was on the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? For people that's on the wrong path, man, like, for real. Stayed back twice, then got kicked out of school. All type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, don't give up. Cause I changed my own ways, you know what I mean? Like, I was definitely going down the death or dead hole, you know what I mean? Like, people say you got two options in life when you're going in the wrong path. It's either jail or dead, you know what I mean? Like, for me, thank God, like, my son was my blessing when I was younger. And then that gave me the motivation to be like, I can't dissipate. I can't be gone. I can't be doing that, you know what I'm saying? And it's Father's Day coming up, so it's like, I'm glad I'm here for another Father's Day. My son just graduated, got promoted, shout out to my boy, you know what I mean? Like, for real, like, cause shit, I wanted to quit elementary school too.
Nah, for real. I think, if I would have told my younger self something, it would probably been like, just be patient. Like, I was always on the move, but like, now I'm learning that like, direction is more important than speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, you could do X, so many things, and it's like, bro, but where you going? Like, what you mean?
You hitting 100 on this highway.
It's like, bro, what you doing?
Right here 40.
Exactly. Like,
if it's the same destination, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, exactly. So just like taking your time, do it, and then realizing like you can't, get angry or beat yourself up so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy the journey, and like comparison is a thief of joy. Like,
hell yeah, I learned that too.
Like, that's
I learned that
like I
for
said,
sure.
because like people will sit there and like try to compare you to this or say this, that, and the third. And like for me personally, it was like, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let X, Y, Z get to get me down and feeling like I can't do what I need to do. I'm gonna still do what I need to do.
Like, I like this thing that today it was like Warren Buffett. You know what I'm saying? He got turned from Harvard, been to school, all that, but now he's one of the richest men in the world. Same for Jeff Bezos. He started online, this and that, got turned down multiple times. Same thing for a lot of people who tried millions of times, they didn't give up. So to me, like, my biggest thing is don't give up. Don't give up.
So how can people follow y'all and tap into what y'all got going on, man?
Man, make sure I go to our YouTube page, Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast, man. Make sure I subscribe, like, and comment. We need all that. Like, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe, like, and comment. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe first, like, then comment, because we need all those numbers, man. To help us get bigger, to help us spread the word, spread the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and get the bigger following from other places, other people.
And make sure you follow the Instagram, Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. We easy to reach.
Hold that blicky up one more time. Is that blicky on that dresser?
Say we easy to reach. Just hit the DMs. We ain't gonna leave you on red too long. We probably just discussing and huddling, trying to schedule it. Other than that, whatever you like to do, you want to come interview, you can talk about it. I don't care if you feed fish, man. It's all the same.
Never too big, never too small, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Plus, you do music. We got Unpleasant Sessions, which are a little live performance joint.
I don't want to say little, man. We got a plethora of fucking videos for that.
So shit, come through. Tell your story, man.
Come through, tell your story.
Matters to me if nobody else.
That's all right. That's all right. So y'all heard them. Make sure that y'all follow them. Like I said, I follow them. I support them. They, you know,
for sure.
Like I said,
big
all
support.
love, and you know, being on their platform, I can definitely say it's a vibe. It's good, informative, all that and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And we out.
Man, appreciate that.
Love.